to the second Good Neighbors Impact Award under the theme Building Intergenerational Wealth, or Building for the Next Generation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be your host for this evening. You are looking spiffy. You're looking good, and I would like you to put your hands together for yourselves for being here in support of Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency. November 16, 2019, we have been planning for this evening, and here we are having a great time. I would like for you to just turn to the person next to you and say, "Are you my neighbor?" And I would also like for you to turn to the person next to you. So you turn to one person, I'm assuming, or more than one, and you can also say to them, "You look good." Of course we look good, and I'm sure you're feeling good despite the frigid weather that is outside. We are warm inside, and we are so happy to have you here with us this evening. At this time, I invite you to stand for the national anthem. Please remain standing. Please remain standing. At this time, I invite Reverend Boswell Allen, Treasurer of the Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency, to offer opening prayer.
Greetings, everyone. Let us pray.
On behalf of the Board of Directors, Reverend Paul Peart, Chairman. Reverend Peart, will you stand please so they can see Reverend Paul, the Chairman and Visionary. Reverend Boswell Allen, Treasurer. Ms. Asenet Nelson, Secretary. Special welcome to Councilmember Andy King and his wife, Neva, who will be our keynote speaker tonight. Neva, welcome. Special welcome to Evangelist Stephen Sidiala, visiting from the great nation of Uganda. Special welcome to Doris Valerio and Alex Wint from Assemblyman Carl Ace's office. Are you here? Welcome. Special welcome to Dale Farquharson from Councilwoman. Glory Music, City World Auto Group, M&T Bank, J&C West Indian Supermarket, Apple Bank, Victoria Mutual Bank, some of our main sponsors. We welcome those who are here representing.
One day was at the bus stop waiting for his bus. So his friend came by and passed and asked him, what is he doing here so long? And he said, waiting on number 36 bus. His friend was another Rasta man. So he said to him, yeah, idiot, before you take 2 number 18.
A name inspired by the story of the Good Samaritan that Jesus told, was incorporated as a faith-based, not-for-profit community outreach program in the year 2002. This was shortly after the 9/11 attack, which triggered a brief recession in New York and in the region. Most of these programs and services were funded by our church, New Testament Temple Church of God. And that's a hint. Now, most of you are aware that Good Neighbors, which is an outreach arm of our church, now partners with the City Council of New York, specifically the Office of Councilman and the King, in hosting the District 12 Fun in the Sun Community Engagement Day, held in August each year. This event has grown from 3,000 the first year we held it, to over 50,000, comprising of in-person and online attendance. We hold this event tonight to say thanks to all of you for your support and participation in fostering community and being a blessing to the Bronx. Charitable work is not possible without you. So on behalf of the Northeast Bronx and all who are being served, thank you very, very much. Need help? Ask us.
There's a gentleman here who he has his own style, he's unique, and he's known to quite a few persons. And this evening, we will invite Brother George to entertain us in our Impact Awards dinner.
Is a proud daughter of the Commonwealth of Dominica in the Caribbean, where she received her early education. At the age of 13, she illustrated strong leadership qualities when she founded the Labor Youth Organization, the youth arm of then-ruling Dominica Labor Party. Mrs. Shillingford King held the office of president until her departure. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Councilmember Andy King to introduce our guest speaker tonight, Mrs. Neva Shillingford.
All I can say, she is the best. At the request of Jesus Christ, she's going to drop some signs on you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Congratulations to all the honorees. To the First Lady of the 12th District, I present to you my loving wife, Neva Shillingford King.
Good evening, family. And you're truly family. Pastor Pitt, Pastor Black, I thank you. Good neighbors, I have never felt being part of a family like you guys have made me feel. The the love that you have shown my husband and I no words to express it, but just say we're family. And I thank all of you for that. I'm going to be brief, but this is not the last you're going to hear from me, because I'm making a commitment to the First Lady, Sister Peart. I'm making a commitment that we have a powerhouse at Good Neighbors. And I'm talking about our sisters, all of us sisters, a powerhouse. I am the statewide vice president of the Coalition of Labor Union Women, and there is something that we always say when we sisters get together. And we do this, the snap, right? And what it means is sisters, S, not N, afraid, A, of power, snap. And that's what we're gonna be, sisters. And Sister Peart, you got me. And we're gonna make sure that we continue to build that powerhouse that we have in our community, because we need that. We need this more than ever. Family, we need community. We need unity. We need to be together. We need to be real, and I'm talking real here. Real talk. We have to stop talking about each other in a negative way. We got to come together. Brothers and sisters, we have just us. This world is crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff going out there. And sometimes those of us who are believers and those of us who are committed to Christ, we're going through some struggles and trials, but don't give up. Don't quit. And more than ever, we have to come together. If you have nothing good to say about your neighbor, don't say anything. Keep it to yourself. Because that is what is killing our community. And this is real. It is sad when you sit down and you have to hear. And this social media, family, be careful what you put on social media, because you're destroying us as a community. And I thank Good Neighbors, and I wish there were other organizations, not just 501c organizations. I'm talking about the real organizations in our community that call themselves churches. I wish they would take a page out of Good Neighbors, because that's what we need. On every corner in our community, there is a church. But then we still have so many problems in our community. Something is wrong. And I'm saying to us, it begins with us, and it begins with inside us. We got to look at ourselves. There is purpose when it comes to service. And every last one of us, listen, I'm sitting in here, 99% of us in here, we come from kings and queens. We are royalty. And we need to start acting like this. I'm going to leave it just like this. Thank you. Peace.
And I asked him his permission and his blessing for us to launch this endeavor. If he had said no, who knows? There might have been no Good Neighbors. But he blessed it, and Good Neighbors continues to serve today. We have with us this evening the widow of Dr. Quarry. She is here, and maybe some of you do not know her. And so I want to introduce to you this evening Dr. Sister Pamela Quarry.
Business Impact Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, presented posthumously to Bishop Acton A.G. Quarry for a lifelong commitment to community development as a pastor, a preacher, a bishop, and an exceptional leader. Presented this the 16th of November, 2019.
Good evening, everyone. I've never been called before a widow. After 50 years, I'm now a widow. In my church, I don't know whether I'm single or whether I'm still married. So I've been attending all the things in church. Singles and married. I would just like to say something or to read something about my husband. Respectable board members, attendees, colleagues, and family. It is with bittersweet emotion that I stand here to receive this recognition on behalf of my late husband, the Reverend Dr. A.G. Quarry. My family and I are honored to be here as we have gathered to address this accomplishment, to accept or to celebrate this accomplishment of a group of well-deserved individuals. This community was always special to me. Everyone was passionate for souls and loved the work he was called to do. You will often hear him say, our duty here is to plunder hell and populate heaven, Mr. Bunky. He was thrilled to watch and develop those he mentored. He enjoyed the camaraderie of the ministry and felt blessed every time he had the opportunity to share the gospel and help those. I often wonder how he was able to touch so many lives individually. Many would say they thought he was often talking just to them. However, most did not see the sleepless nights, the hours spent in fasting and prayer, and preparation of his sermon. These serve as evidence of his commitment to his work and his love for God. Thank you all very much, and I'm truly obliged to this great honor and recognition on his behalf. I know he will be truly honored by this award, and I'm proud to accept it. Love is not measured by the gift that it presents. A song is not a song until it is sung. A bell is not a bell until it is rung. A sermon is not a sermon until it is preached. And love is not love until it is given away.
12th District, and we have a presentation for her tonight. Excellence in Service for exceptional leadership in serving the Bronx, presented to Neva Schillinger. For outstanding leadership in promoting the gospel of peace through preaching local and international missions. Community Leadership Award presents the Reverend Raymond John. Next award is going to be the Community Partnership Award for entrepreneurial spirit and demonstration of leadership, collaboration, and compassionate approach to families in the community, presented to Carrie Harvey Edwards. Partnership Award for entrepreneurial spirit and demonstration of leadership, collaboration, and compassionate approach to families and the community, presented to Corey Lawrence. Good Neighbors Impact Award, Humanitarian Award for outstanding work that improved the quality of life for members in the community, presented to Blessings of Hope. And the owner and founder is here with us tonight. Decreasing so that they can increase. So again, we want to thank you very much. And here is Lady D.
Thank you very much, Reverend Glad Johnson. Would you please put your hands together for all our awards? Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, for your hard work for Community Outreach Agency. It is my pleasure to welcome to center stage Minister O'Dane Roder, and he is our guest, our featured artist for this evening.
You are here, moving in on me. I worship you. Oh, you don't know it? I worship you. That's it, that's it, that's it. You are here, working in this place. Great, great, miracle, promise.
good neighbors need your help. We need your help to continue to feed the hungry of our community. So just in case anyone here is looking for a local charity to partner with, I now take the liberty to remind you that Good Neighbors and New Testament Temple are both local charities. Local charitable not-for-profit